Hello everyone, it's Roz from Magroz, and today I am going to be starting a building tutorial series on Roblox Studio for beginners. Now for the first episode I'm going to be talking about properties and the basic properties. So first, as you can see up in this top bar, you can see select, move, scale, rotate, collisions, join, toolbox, part, and etc. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a part from here and you can choose any other one. Okay, so I've got this plain block here, and what I can do is I can move it in any direction I want with this move button. So with these arrows I can bring it up, I can bring it right, or I can bring it down or backwards or forwards. I can do anything with the move tool. So next there's a scale button, and what the scale button does is it resizes the parts, so I can make it wider and longer. I can lift it up like that to make it a cube. So now we've got a nice cube here, and if we want to move it we press select and we just drag it around anywhere. I can move this anywhere I want in the workspace on the base plate. And so for this next option is called rotate. So what I can do, I can rotate it this way to make it on an angle like this, or I could rotate it this way so it looks like a stuck rock in the ground almost. I can also resize it whilst it's rotated as well, so I can make it like that. And there's also a material button here, and what this material button does is it changes the material of the block. So I can make it cobblestone, so now it looks like a nice cobblestone. I can go into color and change it to a nice red color, so now it's red cobblestone. And you can make a nice path like this, and it could lead into a house here. But you may be wondering, why are there studs here blocking it? Well, you can get rid of that. So what you're going to click the block here and you'll see a properties section here. If you don't know how to get the properties part, you go onto view and then you go to properties here. You need to open Explorer as well to get this part here. So when you've done that, you can click the part and you'll see there is a lot of options here to choose from. You can choose the brick color here as well, so you can change it to any color you want. You can change the material here as well, and the transparency, which means you can see through it but it's still there. And if you made it at 1, it's invisible but it is there, so we can make it bigger and wider. And then if we make it 0, it's now bigger and wider but you can see it. And there is some more buttons as well, but I'm only going to be showing you a few more because I can't make this a long video for episode 1, because there's going to be more I will explain in the next videos. So here you can see an anchored button. So what an anchored button is let's say I move this up here and press play. This block falls, as you just saw there, it falls. But if I click it and anchor it, it's up here as well. You can press anchor there and press play. You'll see that the block stays there and does not fall down to the surface because it's anchored, which means it will stay there. So I'm just going to move this back down here, and then there's can collide. So right now it's can collided, and what can collided is let's say I tried walking through it, it wouldn't work because it's can collided, which means that nothing can pass through it. But if I turn off can collide, I will be able to walk through that block. Anything can go through that block. So now I've just walked inside that block, and then now you can't see me because I'm inside the block. So back onto what I was saying before, if you want to get rid of this studs, you just have to click the block, go down to surface. If it's unclicked, just tick it, and say I want to change the back surface. The back surface is here, so I could change it to hinge, so there'll be a little hinge here. I could change it to motor, so you can see motor. I could change it to glue, so it's all got these lines there. Or I could change it to smooth, like this, with no studs there. But I want to get rid of the studs on the top one, so all I have to do is go onto the top surface here and click smooth. And now there is no studs on there, and you can make a nice path going into a house or something, or anything you want. For the last part of this video, I just want to show you locked. So what locked is is you can be able to move this around, edit it when it's unlocked. But if you want to lock it, you click this lock button. So you can't touch it, you can't edit it. If you try clicking it, you just can't do that. So if you click part in the Explorer up here and then go back down to click unlocked, you can now move it around. If you've locked it and you've got a lot of stuff and you want to be able to remember what it's called, you should write it down and rename that part to what you've called it. So I could call it green block, and if I locked it, then I could just search green block up here and it will come up with my block here, and I'll be able to unlock it without having to scroll down in my options for a while. That's it for this video of episode 1 for building on Roblox Studio. On the next episode I will teach you some more about building, so I hope you learned from this, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and maybe even turn on post notifications and subscribe. So if you enjoyed it, stay tuned. I'll see you guys in the next video on Magroz Clan.